Hey there, Figs, and welcome to our Advent series, He Came for Me. Each week, Brandon and I will be reading one devotional from the project that actually grew out of a song that he wrote called From Glory to a Stable. These will be your moments to slow down, breathe a bit deeper, and to remember the God who stepped into our world and into our lives. So settle in, friend. We're going to read this week's devotional together. He came near, the God who stepped into my story.
For all eternity, God has existed as Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, complete, whole, lacking nothing. Heaven's perfect fellowship was never interrupted. Yet for love's sake, the Son stepped out of glory and into our story. He came near. The Word who spoke galaxies into being chose to enter the womb of a young virgin. He became a heartbeat inside human flesh. He didn't arrive with spectacle or sound. He came the same way we all came, helpless, dependent, and small. The hands that stretched out the heavens now curled around his mother's finger. The one who commanded light blinked beneath the dim glow of a stable lamp. There was no fanfare worthy of a king. Only a manger, young parents, and a few shepherds who learned the news from the angels. The angels didn't appear to rulers in palaces. They appeared to men on night shift in a field. From the beginning, God showed that His glory would not shine from thrones or marble halls, but from humble places where ordinary people could draw near. The God of the universe became dependent on His own creation for survival. He cried when He was hungry. He slept when He was tired. Though He knew the plan for eternity, He entered time and lived within it. The one who designed the human body had to learn how to walk, how to talk, how to use His hands. He was fully God, yet He humbled Himself to become a man. As He grew, He developed strength through work and play. He likely ran through the dusty streets of Nazareth with His siblings, learned to share, to serve, and to love. Joseph taught him carpentry, how to shape wood into something useful. The Creator had to learn to create. The Almighty had to learn customer service. The Lord of all learned how to take direction and obey. Every stage of His growing up was humility in motion. As the oldest son, He helped care for His family and support their livelihood. The one who owned the cattle on 1,000 hills worked with calloused hands to feed His household. The same hands that would one day bear the nails first bore the marks of daily labor. When He was 12, He stayed behind in the temple, astounding the teachers with His wisdom. He knew who He was and what He had come to do. But when His mother came for Him, He went home and submitted to her. The author of wisdom obeyed the one He Himself had formed in the womb. He waited until the Father said, "Now." When that moment came, He went to the Jordan to be baptized by John. John hesitated, knowing Jesus needed no cleansing. But Jesus insisted. He stood in the water for us, a sinless one identified with sinners, so that we could one day identify with Him. In heaven, He was omnipotent, all-powerful. Yet He chose to learn the limits of the human body. He was omniscient, all-knowing, yet he learned to read the very scriptures he had inspired. He was the author of the law and the fulfiller of it. The one who wrote the Torah with his breath placed himself under its authority. Every step he took was a choice to come closer. From heaven's radiance to earth's shadows, from eternal majesty to mortal weakness. The infinite became infant. The Creator became creation. Why would he do it? Because love always moves toward. Because the only way to save us was to become one of us. He came near, not out of obligation, but out of desire. He longed for relationship, for restoration, for redemption. He came to show us the heart of God, not distant, not unreachable. He came to show us what love looks like when it bends low. If every person who ever lived were gathered in one place, and only one of them needed saving, he still would have come. That's how personal his love is. That's how far he was willing to go. He would have entered the world, lived 33 years, suffered the cross, and risen again if it meant rescuing even one. That one is me. That one is you. Paul captured it this way. In your relationships with one another, have the same mindset as Christ Jesus, who being in very nature God, did not consider equality with God something to be used for his own advantage. Rather, he made himself nothing by taking the very nature of a servant, being made in human likeness, and being found in appearance as a man. He humbled himself by becoming obedient to death, even death on a cross. Philippians 2:5-8. The story of the manger points directly to the cross. The one who came near enough to be held also came near enough to be pierced. He humbled himself to the very end, and he did it willingly. He didn't have to. He chose to. He did it for everyone, yet he saw the one. He saw you.
Friend, if you'd like to linger a little longer with this through the week, there's a free companion guide waiting for you down in the show notes. In addition to the devotional that Brandon just read, it'll give you small daily invitations to write, to pray, to declare truth, and to dwell with Jesus in the quieter moments. Our hope is that it helps you to notice him in your ordinary days. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll meet you here next week for week 2's devotional, He Came Low, the King Who Chose the Manger.